The term kids will be kids has limits, and one of them is my property line. Let's get into it. Would I be the asshole if I told my neighbor I don't want their kids on my property? No, I can tell you right now, no, it's my property. Get off. Okay. Where I live, I have a busy road in front of my house and a big oval alley behind with a few houses. In the alley directly behind my house is my neighbor, Jack. Jack is in his 60s, and his adult son, Art, daughter in law, and their kids have moved into Jack's house. Art has 5 children, 2 boys, 3 girls, all in different ages, but definitely ranging from 5 to 13. I think only the 2 boys are Art's biological children, and I mention this because the kids in question are only the girls. I've never seen Art direct them or discipline them at all. Unlike the boys, who Art usually steps in to parent and is more hands-on. I'm not sure though. I don't know the wife's name or anything about her, but she really rubs me the wrong way. Aside from wife being a bad dog owner, her girls are a handful. They run around the alley screaming and yelling, run through everyone's yards, touching things in those yards. I'm all about kids having space to exist, but I think a lot of that involves being respectful and responsible. They do not have permission to run amok in my yard or anywhere on my property. Neither I nor my husband have been asked or approached about permission. Back on Halloween, it got dark and Art's family congregated in front of my house on the busy roadside. No big deal, it was dark and my porch light was bright enough to make it a safe space. Until wife told her girls to run through my backyard to their house. Why? Why? Run through your own, go around. Okay. I stood up and I said, please don't. I don't want anyone falling down the hill. This hill in question is small but extremely steep, like almost a drop-off. The ground isn't level and my dog loves to dig and we haphazardly fill in the holes because we don't really care. So it's not a safe space to be in the dark. Not that you had to explain that because it's your property, and if you don't want them on there, you don't need to give them a reason why they don't need to be there. Wife didn't like that, rolled her eyes, and told them to use the access road to the alley instead, which is what she should have done in the first place. Come this past weekend, Art is having a birthday party for one of the kids, and they have an excess of young girls running around and in my yard. These girls were racing up and down the hill, hiding behind my garage, and generally playing in my yard. I asked my husband if they had permission, and he said no, that no one had asked. It really upset me. Not only am I worried about their safety, but any legal issues that might happen. And just ask. It's not that hard to catch me. I practically walk my dog every 30 minutes. Would I be the asshole if I approach her and tell her I don't want her kids in my yard for safety reasons and to protect myself legally? I'm really worried she'll make a fuss about me being a Scrooge and not letting kids play. I also don't want her blasting, doxing me on the internet. No, you're not the asshole.